it's Veronique with the CogniDiet Lifestyle Show, and today my guest is Mrs. G, Debbie Schaeffer, owner of the famous Mrs. G appliance store in Princeton. She is an entrepreneur, an amazing businesswoman, a civil engineer. She's a pillar of the community involved in so many great organizations. How does she do it all is the question I have for her, but also is work-life balance, is it all it's cracked up to be? We cannot be perfect every day. My hair is not perfect today. You did not go to the hairdresser before the show, whatever. And also I want to warn everybody, it's not the usual deco here today because we are going to talk about appliances and how to simplify your life in the kitchen. Thank you so much, Debbie, to be on the show today.
Veronica, thank you. And there's such nice, kind words, about Mrs. G and myself. Thank you very much. So nice to be here.
Yeah. I'm a big fan and a big admirer of strong, independent, successful women, and you embody all those
thank you so
qualities.
Much.
So I know you will inspire our audience about how do you do it all. But tell us a little bit more, like for instance, how did you come up with being the leader and the owner of Mrs. G? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm happy to share. So I'm the third generation owner of Mrs. G, the appliances in Lawrence Township, New Jersey. And my grandparents started the business back in 1935, so we're celebrating 84 years in business.
Wow.
And about 20 years ago, my grandmother gave me an offer I couldn't refuse. I had just taken some time off of work. As you know, I'm a civil engineer, and I was working in construction. And I took some time off at work to raise beautiful twins who are now 25. And when they were going back to school, my grandmother saw an opportunity to bring me into the business. And she did it just the right way, wanted me to see if I liked it first. And we were very close. So I was in the store a lot anyway. So my grandmother gave me an offer that I couldn't refuse. She wanted me to come to the business. I love being with my grandmother. And at the time we knew that we needed to reinvest in the business, and she was looking for a direction. And but she did it just the right way, where she let me do it at my own time, making sure that I like it, and right away, I think she knew exactly what she was doing.
Yeah.
So
she like trapped you, and she knew you would like bite.
And the changes that we made were fantastic. And what was most important is that the store was growing right before the recession, but we made it through the recession. That was tough on a lot of independent businesses back in the day.
Yes.
And because we had a strong community of consumers, generations of consumers, they supported us through the recession. And I'm so proud that we're here 84 years later, and it's fantastic. I really love the business. Yes.
I know you. I can tell you are passionate.
Yeah.
So it's really inspiring to work in this field, because I really correlate what you can do in a kitchen or in a house, all the appliances you may have access to now, to simplify your life. Because let's face it, it's not easy to find the time to shop and cook and so forth. Now that's why we have this fabulous pen here. So what's your advice to women and to people today?
Yeah, so we're really in a fun but super fast transition when it comes to smart appliances.
Yes.
And like I said, it's happening so fast. But what the industry and what we all know is that we don't have a lot of time in the kitchen. And I mean, you can see all the restaurants that are opening up, and they're busy. Nobody's cooking at home. So, and not only that, but because they're not cooking at home, and when they go food shopping, there's so much waste going on, including myself. I find myself wasting a lot of food because we're so busy. We have all good intentions to cook at home, and then we find that we're not, and then all the stuff that you bought goes to waste. So the industry is coming up with these great ways of bringing people and the consumer back into the kitchen. And that's what smart appliances are doing, making it most efficient, but at the same time, making you a successful cook, because they have found that the reason why a lot of people, I know you're a good cook, but I actually came from 2 generations of working women, so I never really was trained, growing up cooking at home.
Yes.
And so that they want the industry wants to bring the consumer back to cooking and making it successful, as well as making it efficient, so you save more time, because a lot of us don't have a lot of time. And so there are these great apps that are available today, and 2 are really connected to my industry. One is called Yummly. I highly recommend.
How do you spell it?
Yummly. Over 2 million people are on Yummly. So most of your viewers, I am sure, know this app.
Okay.
And then there's another one called Innit, INNIT. And they are 2 fabulous organizations that their objective is to not only make it easy for you and make you successful, but also all about sustainability, really not wasting your food and helping us save money.
Yes,
because when we waste, we lose money, and we just waste.
Yes.
So just real quickly, I wanted to bring something that was easy. This is called the Heston Q. This was invented by the Meyer cookware family. Everything that you cook on is created. They own about 90% of all the pots and pans that we know and love. Wonderful family. They've created appliances, but also technology. This is called the Heston Q. And
so is this just the pan, or the 2 combined?
Originally this came as what they call an induction hob. With
Can you put the induction hob in front of you so people can see?
So this is.
So you just put it,
So this is Heston Q. This is induction. Induction is a way of cooking, and creates the heat with the iron, combines with the iron in the pan. And there's technology which is right into the handle here that communicates to the pan and your phone.
Oh, wow.
And there are hundreds of recipes on the Heston Q app. Hundreds of recipes.
So they tell you what temperature,
doesn't tell us. It controls the temperature.
Oh, wow.
So we have been playing with this in the store, and I cannot ruin a meal on this Heston. I have it at home now, and now you will see it in cooktops. You'll start to see this in ranges. They have a partnership with General Electric. All the new induction cooktops, induction ranges will come with Heston Q technology. And again, it's about when you're doing a steak and you're spending all that money on a beautiful fillet, you want to make sure that when you're cooking, it's as good in a restaurant.
Yes.
It's good. And we made French crepes.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't ruin a crepe.
Oh, yeah, wow.
It was fantastic.
That is amazing. You'd see, I'm using all those old pots and pans, but this is fantastic. So there is a lot of innovation in the industry, but to go back to you, I said earlier, you are a businesswoman. How many people are working for you?
I have 23 full-time employees and 3 part-time.
So this is a very big business. Right. It's a very competitive one.
Very competitive.
But as you said, you have positioned yourself with service and loyalty in a very intelligent way. But how do you do it all? I know you have 2 girls, but they are in college now, right?
Yes. Oh, no, they're out of college. They're 25.
They're out of college. Okay.
Yeah,
you look so young, Debbie. But how do you do it all? Because I know you are extremely involved as well with all community initiatives, and you're supporting a lot of organization. How do you do it all?
Yeah, so the title, we were talking about work-life balance and how do we do it all.
Yes.
And I have to really say that it's impossible to have a work-life balance, and that we should, we do the best we can. I mean, that's the one thing that I've learned, that it might look like I do it all, but along the way, there's quite a few fails, that I just kind of pick up, and every day I say, this is a brand new day.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we talk about, work-life balance, I love this book.
Think and Grow Rich for Women.
Okay, and this, I'm sure many of those watching have heard of Napoleon Hill, and this is a very famous book called Think and Grow Rich. Has been around since, I think, the 30s, and a lot of people read it, especially if they're in business and being successful in life. But this, about 4 years ago, Sharon Lechter, through the Napoleon Hill Foundation, wrote this book based on Think and Grow Rich. It's really the writings of Think and Grow Rich, but through the eyes of a woman.
Okay.
And it's just really spectacular. And it talks about work-life balance. So,
So you look great.
Okay.
Obviously, you're taking care of yourself.
Right.
How do you manage to do this?
So, healthy eating, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, it's not healthy eating at home. I mean, I do go out a lot. I want to cook more at home, but I really do watch what I put, what I eat.
Yes.
I like to know where the food comes from. We all can't know that.
Yeah.
But I'm gluten-free by choice, not by celiac or because I have to.
Yes.
I've read a few books, Wheat Bellies and things like that, and I just felt like I wanted to try a gluten-free diet. It's been about 5 years now, and I will tell you, I feel so much better. Even I feel a difference in my skin. What it really matters how we eat.
Yes.
So I don't eat a lot of pasta, but gluten-free diet is not a diet per se.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's still calories.
Yes.
So it's not like you can go ahead and eat a lot of gluten-free pasta and feel like you're going to be thinner.
Yeah.
I still stay away from.
You stay away from too many carbs.
I call it white food.
Yes.
Stay away from the carbs.
Yeah.
I do that, I don't drink a lot of alcohol other than wine, and I drink a little, some wine. But just recently, it's been since November, wine has been giving me some headaches. So I tried to move around with different wines to see if the headaches, would go away. It just seems, I guess, the tannins, whatever are part of the wine, has been bothering me. Doctor says as we get older, I turned 60 this summer. As we get older, things change and our bodies are affected to food differently, because I asked them, how come I'm getting all these headaches from wine?
I think this is part of it, but also wines they contain more pesticides than ever.
Right.
So they are tainted.
Right.
And it's true for the American wine, it's true for the French wine. So the new trend now is organic wine, but it's really, they contain pesticides and chemicals that they did not do in the past.
So since November, I stopped drinking wine. And you know what?
You don't miss it.
I don't miss it. In the beginning I did, like that first couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I miss that kind of, feeling of having a glass of wine when you come home. But you know what? I feel so much better. Not getting the headaches.
Yeah.
And how about this? I'm not getting, I get cramps at night. I don't know, do you get cramps at night? Leg cramps?
Leg cramps is maybe because you are missing magnesium.
Okay.
So as a nutritionist, I would recommend that you take your magnesium.
Well, so I guess whatever I'm substituting the wine, I haven't had the leg cramps since I stopped the wine. What's that all about?
That's interesting.
I know.
That's a mystery.
That's a mystery.
Yeah. So how do you deal with, what about exercising?
Okay, so exercising, I do a lot of walking. I am up and about in the store a lot. I get on a treadmill, and so I got a Peloton treadmill just recently, and been been very excited about that, enjoying it. I'm also a very good tennis player. But I have to say that when I moved Mrs. G, it's been 5 years already, but during that transition and getting the new showroom and the new generation, you saw the logo change, lots of wonderful, you can read about it on our website. I lost my tennis mojo. It was very time consuming. It was a big effort, a lot of stress, but everything just worked out fantastic. And I'm in a very good place. So if you follow me, you'll be seeing I'm going to be on the court back again.
Well, but you had this nice attitude where you said, okay, I'm not in the mood for tennis, but you did not beat yourself up about it.
No.
So sometimes we have to be gentle with ourselves because we cannot take everything at once, right?
Well, but I learned that the hard way. And that's what I really try to emphasize with my children, that we can't beat ourselves up.
No.
You literally have to wake up every day and say, this is a new day and it's going to be a positive one and I'm going to make a difference.
Yes.
And I'm going to be happy and I'm going to smile. I mean, smiling can make the difference not only to yourself but whoever you're talking to.
Well, when you smile, it gives a boost of happiness to your brain. And when you do the exercise, like you smile to yourself in the car, you realize you are becoming happier. Right. You're absolutely right. And so how do you, because you said you went through the big depression in 2008. That was a hard time for everybody.
Right.
You are running this empire. Do you have a lot of pressure as a businesswoman? How do you deal with that stress?
Okay, so I don't think a lot, especially on the retail side, I don't think a lot of consumers really know what it's like running a retail showroom, especially one that with 25 employees like I have. It's a lot. But the most important is to surround yourself with experts. I'm not an expert in accounting. One of the things when I went into the business is that I knew that I needed to have an expert retail accountant, someone to help me learn the business. I knew that I couldn't do it myself. Mm-hmm. So whatever you're doing, anything that you feel that you need help. You can't be everything to everyone, but in order for you to be successful, you need to surround yourself with experts. And I have a wonderful team at Mrs. G that are very good at what they do, very good at what they do. Whether the general manager or the person who runs customer service or the person that handles our website and all the marketing
and the social media.
Yeah. I mean, most of the social media I do, but there's still advertising on social media. It's a whole different ballgame.
Yes.
I just recently hired an outside marketing consultant because it just got too much for me. Mm-hmm. And they're amazing. So that's how I do it, is I surround myself with experts. Sometimes you just have to let go and delegate to an expert.
You have to have the wisdom. I have a background in business, and I always say to people when they want to start something new in their life, what are your passions? What are your talents and skills? Right. What do you like to do? And what are your gaps?
Right.
You need to be very self-aware of what are your gaps. And I'm like you. I need a financial person next to me to guide my business because I am not interested in that aspect, but I know it's crucial.
Right, and that the accountant consultant, he has taken me to a level. I'm so passionate about the business because I understand it. Like really all the little details. Inventory control.
Yes.
And most important in any retail business is your inventory control. I mean, I really have a handle on it. It's great.
Because you have to manage your inventory, but also have enough so that you serve the needs, expectations of your clients. So it's like a ballet, right?
Yes.
No, it's very admirable. Yeah. Are there a few little secrets you can share with us on? I know you said, I'm like you, we cannot be perfect every day. You know, like I didn't go to the hairdresser before this show. I didn't do my nails. I said, who cares? What matters is to be authentic.
Right.
And to and not to try to be perfect all the time.
Right.
But you must have a few little secrets. I know you're taking care of what you're eating, but what are your little secrets?
Well, one of my secrets is I like to get my hair done. I
Okay.
always like my hair to look good. And you know what? It can't look perfect every time. Elizabeth Taylor had someone travel with her all the time.
Yeah.
You know, most the celebrities have, you know, their hairdresser travel with them. We don't have that.
No.
But the pleasure for me is every few days I like to get my hair.
And relaxation. It's relaxing.
And it's relaxing. Now, does it look great, you know, every single day? No. And you know what? We're in that social media picture world and Instagram, etc. And I like to share. I'm not great at selfies. I like to be better at selfies. That's my challenge.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes I just don't look great. And you know what? I don't care. I mean, it's the message. I want to get the message out, you know, whoever I'm with, and just show people that I'm happy to be with that person when we take a selfie together.
It's
and
more
things
important
like
to be happy with the person than caring
and then,
about
you know,
the
I
hair.
look at my hair and I go, you know, hair looks really bad. But you know what? I don't care.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
But the hair for you is also, as I said, a form of relaxation, right? Are
Exactly.
you practicing a form of meditation or yoga? Or what do you mentally, besides the hairdresser?
So I have wonderful friends who teach yoga and love yoga. I tried, I'm more of a Zumba girl.
Well, yes.
Even though I'm not coordinated for
Yeah.
Zumba, I like a little bit more for me. You know, so, you know, I would say...
you don't have to say you like it,
No,
you know. No, everybody's different.
yeah.
Some people like to go kickboxing,
Yeah,
and some
yeah.
people like to meditate, but you don't have to like it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just like the exercise, and, you know, I love fashion. You know, I like to keep involved in fashion. And my new thing is, and I think it's my children that kind of got me more interested in makeup. I mean, I think being, you know, this Instagram world, and certainly on YouTube, I don't watch too much YouTube, but certainly on Instagram, you know, you see these before and afters and applying makeup, and as I'm getting 60, I will never get plastic surgery.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no desire to do that. And it's really because I would scared to be under the knife, but I just, you know, but there's ways
Yes,
of makeup,
totally.
you know, to make you feel better. Like I'm working on the brow. So, you know, those kind of things I'm having fun with. And I even my children, I had dinner with my daughter last night in New York, and she said, "Mom, you look so good." And I was like, "Oh, wow," because it's new makeup.
Yeah, I have to say, yeah, you can do miracles now with good makeup.
Right.
Yeah. So we're getting to the end of this very wonderful conversation. Yes. Where do you see yourself in 10, 20 years?
Well, you know? as everybody knows, my grandmother worked until she was 96.
Wow.
And I really, you know, I hope I can, you know, work as long as she did. And I just don't see it ending. I love the store. I love interacting with people. I love helping customers, especially our senior customer who you know, just needs a little extra help, and you know, especially switching out appliances that have been there for 30 years.
Yes.
You know, it's not that easy today.
No.
And it's and giving back. I love being an advocate for our small business community, our independent business community, and supporting each other. And I always do, everything I do is think local first. I mean, I know you can't do everything, but I think first, and if I can't find it locally, then I'll go elsewhere. And giving back to the great charitable, we have so many wonderful charitable organizations here that are local, help you know, locally, and that's where I
Yeah.
really try to invest my.
You
my-
told me before the show that you had a kind of a new interest in helping women or girls getting
construction.
in construction.
So civil engineer, and in construction management. Back in the day, I wore a hard hat, high-rise construction. You know, I graduated college in 1980 from University of Michigan, and I went to New York City and was on high-rise construction and loved it. But we don't see a lot of women in construction.
No.
And I've been following and seeing a lot of organizations that are helping young girls find jobs in construction. And I have an interest in that and being an advocate for them. So we'll see. Yeah.
Oh, it was wonderful to have you on the show. I think you are really a great inspiration.
Well, so are you, Veronica, because you know you have a wonderful venue here, and it's wonderful to watch your shows, and I know a lot of people that you have here.
Yeah, I know. Princeton is a small community, but I think that you're right. This show also for me is a way to give back, to say, you know,
Right.
I want people to hear inspiring women and men, and you know, understand that life is not always the easiest.
It's not.
That we are all juggling and struggling,
Yes.
that nobody's perfect, but that, you know, as you said, when you wake up every morning, you say it's a new day and I will do my best today.
Right.
Then you step up from your bed and you are a go. And you're right, I'm not perfect every day either.
Right.
But thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure. This was the CogniDiet Lifestyle Show with Veronique. Stay healthy, be happy, and have a wonderful life.